Hello everyone. We're back with Fate's Day Night Remastered. I've been kind of dreading this, knowing how the anime goes. We're gonna talk to Rin, and then we're gonna be dragged off to see Kirei, and then we're gonna have to hear all this exposition and stuff. But you know what? We'll get through it. I don't know why Rin is so surprised. Well, actually, just to recap, Lancer came to kill us, broke all the windows, then we went to chase after Lancer, bumped into Archer, and then we ran into Rin, and now Rin is in our house for some reason. Hi, Damien, hello. So we're gonna continue. Oh my gosh, my cables. Okay. Well, it's so cold in here. Hey, the windows are all broken.
仕方ないだろう。ランサーってやつに襲われたんだ。なりふり構ってられなかったんだよ。
It's not my fault. That Lancer guy attacked me. I didn't really have time to worry about the windows. Yup. Renan's like, do you normally live in a house that has broken windows? No, we don't normally live in a house with broken windows. Lancer broke our windows.
ああ、そういうこと。じゃあ、セイバーを呼び出すまで一人であいつとやり合ってたの？
I see. So you were fighting that guy all by yourself until you summoned
やり
Saber.
合ってなんかない。ただ一方的にやられただけだ。
I'd say it was more of a punching bag than an opponent, really.
ふーん。変な見え張らないんだ。そっか。ほんと見た目通りなんだ、エミヤくんって。
Huh. So you don't try to act all tough. I see. So you really are as exactly as I thought. I don't know what's so amusing to her, but Tosaka walks over to the broken window. She's gonna fix our windows for us? Tosaka picks up a broken piece of glass and stares at it for a second. She cuts her fingertip and lets a single drop of blood fall into the window. What kind of magecraft is that? The shattered window. She looks so freaking smug. Look at her face. The shattered window begins to reassemble itself, returning to its original undamaged state in mere seconds.
遠坂、今の。
Tosaka, what did you just do?
ちょっとしたデモンストレーションよ。助けてもらったお礼にはならないけど、一応筋は通しておかないとね。
Just a little demonstration. It's not really a fit thank you for saving me back there, but I figure I should at least be gracious.
もう、私がやらなくともそっちで直したんだろうけど、こんなの魔力の無駄遣いでしょ？本当なら窓ガラスなんて取り替えれば済むけど、こんな寒い中で話すのもなんだし。
Well, I'm sure you would have fixed it without my help, since doing it this way is just a waste of magical energy. I know you could have just replaced the windows, but I'd rather not talk in the cold. She says all of this like it's a normal thing. Her skills are just beyond my
い
comprehension.
や、すごいぞ遠坂。俺はそんなことできないから。
Holy cow!
直してくれて感謝してる。
Hello, Zero. That's amazing, Tosaka. I can't do anything like that, so I appreciate you fixing it.
できないってそんなことないでしょ？
What? You can't do this? No, that can't be
ガ
right.
ラスの扱いなんて初歩の初歩だもの。たった数分前に割れたガラスの修復なんてどこの学派でも入門試験みたいなものでしょ？
Handling glass is one of the most basic skills. Fixing broken glass is like an entrance exam for any school.
そうなのか。俺は親父にしか教わったことがないから、そういう基本とか処方とか知らないんだ。
Is it now? I only consider what my old man taught me, so I don't really know what you consider the basics.
は？
Huh? Yeah, make sure you burn all your AP. Huh? Tosaka stops abruptly. Goodness, sounds like I said something I shouldn't have.
ちょっと待って。じゃあ何？エミヤくんは自分の工房の管理もできない半人前ってこと？
I'm ready. Wait a minute. Are you telling me you're not even a full-fledged mage with his own workshop to manage?
いや、工房なんて持ってないぞ、俺。
Huh? I don't have a workshop. She looks so mad. Well, actually, I have a shed I use for training, but I think calling it a workshop would make Tosaka
まさか
angrier.
とは思うけど確認しとく。 もしかしてあなた5大要素の扱いとかパスの作り方も知らない？
I think there's still a few days left, so I think right now I cleared up everything except like the EXP and the statues from the shop. Wait, don't tell me. Do you not know how to handle the 5 great elements or make a magical path? I just nod. Whoa, that's terrifying. Oh my gosh, here comes Shiro with his flattery. Beautiful as she is, she gets intense when she goes quiet.
何？じゃああなた素人？
So you're what? A complete
そ
amateur?
んなことないぞ。一応強化の魔術くらいは使える。
No, not exactly, no. I can at least do some strengthening magecraft.
強化ってまたなんとも半端なのを使うのね。で、それ以外はからきしってわけ？
Strengthen? Kind of a useless skill if you ask me. So you don't know anything else? Tosaka just stares at me.
端的に言えば多分。
Honestly, probably not. Our series is so intense I can't help but be vague in my answer.
はあ、なんだってこんなやつにセイバーが呼び出されるのよ。まったく。
Just don't get how the likes of him wound up summoning Saber. She sighs disappointed. I don't care much for that. As long as I've been playing around here. Sure, I'm not a full-fledged mage, but that's not the issue here.
まあいいわ。もう決まったことに不平をこぼしても始まらない。そんなことより今は借りを返さないと。
Yep, going for the materials. I'm still, what are those? I've been trying to get the gems for, leveling Ishtar's skill. Fine, what's done is done, so there's no complaining now. More importantly, I owe you and need to pay you back. Tosaka takes a breath.
それじゃあ話を始めるけど。
She's gonna teach us! So, let's
エミヤ
begin.
君、自分がどんな立場にあるのか分かってないでしょ。
Let me start by asking, do you really not know anything about the position you're in here? I nod.
やっぱり。まあ一目で分かったけど、一応確認しとかないとね。知ってる相手に説明するなんて心の贅肉だし。
I knew it. It was pretty obvious, but I just wanted to check. It would be a waste of time if I explained all of this to someone who knew everything. Like a bit of a extra mental flab. That was a really weird way to put that. But I feel like if I get smart with her, she'll smack me.
率直に言うと、エミヤ君はマスターに選ばれたの。
Let me get straight to the point. Emiya, you've been selected as a
どちらか
master.
の手に成功があるでしょ。手の甲とか腕とか個人差はあるけど3つの霊樹が刻まれているはず。それがマスターとしての証よ。
You see those sacred marks on your hand? They vary from person to person, but they're typically on the back of your hand or arm. And there should be 3 strokes of command spells engraved there. There's a mark that proves you're a master.
手の甲って
Are you talking about the duo
これ
that
か。
I've been seeing all over Twitter? Back of my hand? Oh, you mean this?
それはサーバントを律する呪文でもあるから大切にね。霊樹って言うんだけど、それがある限りはサーバントを従えていられるわ。
Right, take good care of it since these are spells that control servants. They're called command spells, and as long as you have them, you can give orders to your servants.
ある限りってどういうことだよ。
What do you mean as long as I have them?
霊樹は絶対命令権なの。サーバントには自由意志があるって気づいていると思うけど、それをねじ曲げて絶対に言いつけを守らせる呪文がその刻印。
Command spells are absolute orders. You might have already figured out that servants have free will. Those engravings in your hand will overrule them, will overrule their will and force them to
発動
obey.
に呪文は必要なくて、あなたが霊樹を使用するって思えば発動するから。
Ah, okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Zero. There's no need to change any kind of incantation. They activate when you think about
た
using
だし
them.
1回使うたびに1つずつ減っていくから、使うのなら2回だけにとどめなさい。
But each time you use one, you'll lose a stroke. So try to keep yourself only to using 2.
で、その霊樹がなくなったらエミヤ君は殺されるだろうから、 せいぜい注意して。
That's not very nice. Anyway, just be careful. I'm pretty sure you'll die the moment you run out of command spells.
俺が殺される？
I'm going to die?
そうよ。マスターが他のマスターを倒すのが聖杯戦争の基本だから。そうして他の6人を倒したマスターには望みを叶える聖杯が与えられるの。
Yeah? Masters defeating Masters is pretty much how the Holy Grail War goes. And the Master who defeats the other 6 is rewarded with the Holy Grail.
に？
What? Hold on a second. I don't understand what in the world Tosaka's saying. Masters defeating Masters, and then they're granted the Holy Grail? And the Holy Grail... The Holy Grail?
まだわからない？要するにね、あなたはあるゲームに巻き込まれたのよ。
Still don't get it? Look, you've basically been dragged into a
聖杯
game.
戦争っていう7人のマスターの生存競争。他のマスターを一人残らず倒すまで終わらない魔術師同士の殺し合いに。
It's called the Holy Grail War, and it's a battle between 7 masters. It's a fight between mages that won't end until only one master remains. Tosaka talks about this like it's the most normal thing in the world. Everything she says swirls around in my head. I was chosen as a master? Tosaka claims to be a master, familiars called servants, and the Holy Grail War, a battle to the death between 7
待て、
mages?
なんだそれ。いきなり何言ってんだお前。
Okay, wait. What in the world are you talking about?
気持ちはわかるけど、私は事実を口にするだけよ。
I understand your confusion, but I'm only telling you the truth
それに
here.
あなただって心の底では理解してるんじゃない？一度ならず二度までもサーバントに殺されかけて、自分はもう逃げられない立場なんだって。
And I'm sure you understand deep down that you're in no position to run away from all of this, since you've nearly been killed by a servant not once, but twice. That... true. That Lancer guy did nearly kill me.
あ、違うわね。殺されかけたんじゃなくて殺されたんだっけ。よく生き返ったわね、エミヤくん。
Alright, you weren't almost killed, you were killed. I'm impressed you managed to come back from that. Tosaka's comment is the final nail in the coffin. She's absolutely right. That guy killed me. I died. There was no chance for me to talk him out of it, nor convince him otherwise, and I was only there to die. That's why, me backing out of this incomprehensible deathmatch doesn't mean the others will do the same.
納得した？ならもう少しだけ話をしてあげる。
Nearly. Get it? Okay, I'm going to tell you a bit
聖
more.
杯戦争というのが何であるか私もよくは知らない。
I don't know why there's a Holy Grail War in the first place.
ただ何十年に一度7人のマスターが選ばれ、マスターにはそれぞれサーバントが与えられるってことだけは確かよ。
But what I do know is that every few decades, 7 masters are selected and they are given servants.
私もマスターに選ばれた一人だから、サーバントと契約したし、あなただってセーバーと契約した。
I'm also one of the chosen masters. That's why I formed a contract with the servant and you formed one with Saber.
サーバントは聖杯戦争を勝ち残るために聖杯が与えた使い魔と考えなさい。
Think of a servant as a familiar given to you by the Holy Grail to use to win the Holy Grail War.
マスターである私たちは自分のサーバントと協力して他のマスターを始末していくわけね。
And as masters, we need to work with our servants to get rid of the other masters. Tosaka explains things matter of fact, but it feels totally unreal to me. But one thing she mentioned raises a
ちょ
question.
っと待ってくれ。遠坂はセイバーを使い魔だって言うけど、俺にはそうは思えない。
Wait, you say Saber is a familiar? But I don't think
だ
she
って
is.
使い魔っていうのは猫とか鳥だろ。そりゃ人の幽霊を扱うやつもいるって言うけど、セイバーはちゃんと体がある。それにとても使い魔なんかに見えない。
Familiars are usually cats or birds. Sure, there are some folks who use ghosts, but Saber has a physical body. Plus, she doesn't look like a familiar to me. I glance over at Saber. She's been quiet the whole time. She looks completely human to me. I don't know who she is, but she looks to be a girl about the same age as me.
使い魔ね。まあサーバントはその分類ではあるけど、位置づけは段違いよ。何しろそこにいる彼女はね、使い魔としては最強とされるゴーストライナーなんだから。
I mean, Toki only had to, like, go off to the war and then he got murdered. A familiar... Well, servants might be in that category, but they're on a different level. See, that girl over there is a ghost liner, considered to be one of the strongest of all the
ゴー
familiars.
ストライナー。じゃあそのやっぱり
I don't remember
幽
them
霊って
mentioning
ことか
ghost liners in the anime, or maybe I completely forgot. A ghost liner? So does that mean she really is a ghost? The spirit of a human, someone who died long ago, residual thoughts of a person of exceptional ability who remains in this world even after their death. But that doesn't make sense. Ghosts don't possess a physical body. Ghosts can only hurt other ghosts. So how could I, who possesses a body, be killed by a spirit?
幽霊似たようなものだけど、そんなもんと一緒にしたらセイバーに殺されるわよ。
There's one of the names of... Oh, okay. A ghost? Well, they're similar, but Saber will kill you if you keep thinking like that.
サーバントは受肉した過去の英雄、精霊に近い人間以上の存在なんだから。
Servants are incarnated heroes of the past, so they're kind of a spirit well beyond humans.
受肉した過去の英雄。
Huh? Incarnated heroes of the past?
そうよ。過去だろうが現代だろうが、とにかく死亡した伝説上の英雄をこう引っ張ってきてね、実体化させるのよ。
That's right, whether they're from history or the modern world, these spirits... These spirits of dead legendary heroes are summoned and materialized here.
まあ、呼び出すまでがマスターの役割で、後の実体化は聖杯がしてくれるんだけどね。
Well, the role of the master is just to summon them, and the Holy Grail is what helps with the materialization.
魂を形にするなんてのは、一介の魔術師には不可能だもの。
There's no way
こ
a
こ
mere
は
mage could
強
give...
力なアーティファクトの力におんぶしてもらうってわけ。
There's no way a mere mage could give spirits form, so we need to rely on a powerful
ちょっ
artifact.
と待て、過去の英雄って
It gets replaced by servant of rogue spirit, especially from ghost ninja. Okay. Wait a minute, are you saying that hero... Wait, are you saying that a hero from the past is... What? I look at Saber. She's a hero of the past too? Well, sure, nobody in the modern world will dress like her, but still.
そんなの不可能だ。そんな魔術聞いたことがない。
Just because you haven't heard of it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, hero. Well, that's impossible. I've never heard of magecraft like that.
当然よ。これは魔術じゃないもの。あくまで聖杯による現象と考えなさい。そうでなければ、魂を再現して固定化するなんてできるはずがない。
I think she was sitting down in the anime, so they made her tiny to show that she's sitting down. At least I think that's what it is. Of course not. This isn't magecraft. Just think of it as a phenomenon brought by the Holy Grail. Otherwise, there's no way a soul could be being recreated and
魂
actualized.
の再現って。じゃあそのサーバントは幽霊とは違うのか。
A recreation of a soul? Does that mean these servants are different than phantoms?
違うわ。人間であれ動物であれ機械であれ、偉大な功績を残すと輪廻の輪から外されて、一段階上に昇華するって話、聞いたことない？
Nope. Once something, whether that be humans, an animal, or even machinery, achieves something great, you're removed from the cycle of reincarnation and sublimated into something with a higher rank. Didn't you even learn about that?
英霊っていうのはそういう連中よ。
Yep, heroic spirits. That's what heroic spirits
要
are.
するに崇め立て祀られて疑似的な神様になった者たちなんでしょうね。
Put another way, they're kind of like pseudo-gods who all worship in some way or another.
高齢術とか口寄せとかそういう一般的な霊を扱う魔術は彼らの力の一部を借り受けて奇跡を起こすでしょ。
Seances, mediums, and other common magecraft that deals with spirits just borrow some of the spirit's powers to perform
け
miracles.
どこのサーバントっていうのは英霊本体を直接連れてきて使い魔にする。
But servants are heroic spirits themselves, used as familiars.
だから基本的には霊体としてそばにいるけど必要とあれば実体化させて戦わせられるってわけ。
That's why they typically accompany you in spirit form, but materialize when it's time to fight if they're needed.
その霊体と実体を使い分けられるってことか。
Saber can't, except Saber can't, if I remember correctly. So they can switch between spirit form and being
遠
corporeal.
坂のサーバントは姿が見えないけど、今は霊体ってことか。
I don't see your servant right now, so does that mean he's in spirit form right now?
いえ あいつはうちの召喚人で傷を癒している最中よ。
If anything, localizers probably did it to like make it more understandable. Maybe I don't know much about localization, but from what I know, localizing and like translating isn't exactly the same thing. No, he's healing his wound in my compound's summoning circle
さっ
right
きセイ
now.
バーにやられたでしょ。あれだってあと少し強制撤去が遅かったら一撃で消滅してたわ。
Remember, Saber wounded him earlier. If I'd made him withdraw even a heartbeat later, that blow would have annihilated him.
いい？サーバントを倒せるのは同じ霊体であるサーバントだけ。そりゃ相手が実体化していればこっちの攻撃も当たるからうまくすれば倒せるかもしれない。
Listen, only servants in spirit form can defeat other servants in spirit form. We can attack them when they're materialized, so we won't be able to defeat them like that.
けどサーバントはみんな怪物じみてるでしょ。だから怪物の相手は怪物に任せてマスターは後方支援をするっていうのがセオリーね。
But you've noticed all the servants are monstrously strong, right? That's why we should leave the monsters to deal with the monsters while masters hang back and serve as support. Sure? Tosaka's explanation makes me annoyed. I don't know what the other servants are like, but calling servants monsters doesn't feel like a fair description of Saber.
とにかくマスターになった人間は召喚したサーバントを使って他のマスターを倒さなければならない。
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because of LB6. Anyway, humans who become masters use their summoned servants to defeat other
そのあたりは
masters.
理解できた？
Did you at least get that
言
much?
葉の上でなら。けど納得なんて言ってないぞ。
In theory, yeah, but I'm not
そも
convinced.
そもそんな悪趣味なことを誰が何のために始めたんだ。
First of all, what kind of sick mind thought to do this in the first place?
それは私が知るべきことでもないし答えてあげることでもない。そのあたりはいずれちゃんと聖杯戦争を監督しているやつに聞きなさい。
We have to seek Kirei. I don't know, nor could I answer if I did. That sort of question should go to the person overseeing the Holy Grail
私が
War.
教えてあげられるのはね、あなたはもう戦うしかなくてサーバントは強力な使い魔だからうまく使えってことだけよ。
The only thing I can tell you is that you really don't have any choice but to fight, and to use your servant well because they're powerful. As Tosaka says that, she turns to Saber.
さてレミヤ君から話を聞いた限りじゃあなたは不完全な状態みたいね、セイバー。マスターとしての心得がない魔術師見習いに呼び出されたんだから。
Her smug face. I can't get over her smug face. Saber, after talking to Emiya, it looks like you're not in your complete form. You are incomplete since you were summoned by an apprentice mage who has no idea what it means to be a master.
ええ、あなたの言う通り、私は万全ではありません。
Yes, you're correct that I am not in my
シ
complete
ローには
form.
私を実体化させる魔力がないため、霊体に戻ることも、魔力の回復も難しいでしょう。
Shio does not have enough magical energy to fully materialize me, which means reverting to spirit form and replenishing magical energy are difficult.
驚いたわ。そこまでひどかったこともだけどあなたが正直に話してくれるなんて思わなかった。どうやって弱みを聞き出そうかなって程度だったのに。
I'm surprised. Your situation's worse than I expected, and I didn't think you'd be so honest with me about it. I was actually kind of subtly trying to find out your
敵に
weakness.
弱点を見抜かれるのは不本意ですが、あなたの目は欺けそうにない。こちらの手札を隠しても意味はないでしょう。
I'm reluctant to reveal my weakness to an enemy, but I also do not think I can deceive you. There's no point in hiding our situation
そ
from
れ
you.
ならばあなたに知ってもらうことで、シローにより深く現状を理解してもらった方がいい。
As such, we're better off if you know our circumstances and give Shiro a better understanding of the situation.
正解。風格も十分と。もうますます惜しい。私がセイバーのマスターだったらこんな戦い勝ったも同然だったのに。
Exactly. That's very insightful of you. I still can't believe it. If only I was Saber's masters, I could have won this thing. I would have as good as won this thing.
遠坂 それ俺がふさわしくないってことか。
Tosaka, are you saying I'm not fit to be her master?
当然でしょヘッポコ。
Obviously not, you sham. Well, anyone with a heart might have softened that blow a bit.
何？まだなんか質問があるの？
What, do you have any more questions? But she doesn't realize how hurtful her words are. My image of her as the perfect honor student at school slowly crumbles. You say sure was right about her. She's fiendlessly resentless.
さて、話がまとまったところでそろそろ行きましょうか。
Okay, now that we're in a good spot, let's get going. Tosaka announces this partly. But it's kind of weird.
行くってどこへ？
What? Go? Where?
だからあなたが巻き込まれたこのゲーム、聖杯戦争をよく知っているやつに会いに行くの。エミヤ君、聖杯戦争の理由について知りたいんでしょ？
I told you, we're going to see the guy who knows all about the game. The Holy Grail war you got roped into. You want to know why it happens, right?
それは当然だけど、それってどこだよ。もうこんな時間なんだし、あんまり遠いのは。
Yeah, of course, but where are we going? It's already late, and if it's too far...
大丈夫。隣町だから急げば夜明けまでには帰ってこれるわ。それに明日は日曜なんだから別に夜更かししてもいいじゃない。
It's fine. He's just in the next town over and can get back before dawn. Plus tomorrow's Sunday, so it doesn't matter if we're up
い
late.
や、そういう問題じゃなくて。
That's not the issue here. So much has happened today, I'm utterly exhausted. I just want to rest and organize my thoughts.
何？行かないの？もうエミヤ君がそう言うんならいいけど、セイバーは？
What? You don't want to go? Fine by me, but what about you, Saber? For some reason, Tosaka's asking for
ち
Saber's
ょっと待
opinion.
って、セイバーは関係ないだろ。あんまり無理強いするな。
Wait, Saber's got nothing to do with this. Don't push her.
もうマスターとしての自覚はあるんだ。私がセイバーと話すのは嫌？
Oh, already acting like a master, are we? You don't like me talking to Saber?
そんなことあるか。ただ、遠坂の言うのが本当なら、セイバーは昔の英雄なんだろ。なら、こんな現代に呼び出されて、右も左もわからないはずだ。
I think Archer mentioned it that they get knowledge about like the modern day era, so Chiro is completely wrong in that sense. That's not it. It's just that if everything you said about the whole thing is true, then that would mean Saber is a hero from the past. That means she wouldn't know anything about the modern
だから
era. That's why.
シロ、それは違う。サーバントは人間の世であるのなら、あらゆる時代に適応します。ですからこの時代のこともよく知っている。
Yeah, there's so much things that like Shiro is just presuming. Shiro, you're incorrect. Servants can adapt to any time as long as they are summoned in the human world. So I'm very aware of this age.
知ってるって、本当に？
You are? Really?
もちろん。この時代に呼び出されたのも一度ではありませんから。
Of course, this is not the first time I've been summoned to this age. What?
嘘。
Seriously?
どんな確率よそれ。
Seriously, what are the odds? Oh hey, Tosaka's surprised too. That must mean what Saber said is at least somewhat unusual.
シロ、私は彼女に賛成です。あなたはマスターとして知識がなさすぎる。あなたと契約したサーバントとしてシロには強くなってもらわなければ困ります。
Shiro, I agree with her. You lack the knowledge as a master. As your contracted servant, I would prefer that you be stronger. Saber silently stares at me. The look on her face tells me she's saying this for my sake, not for her
わ
own
かっ
safety.
た。行けばいいんだろ。行けば。
Fine, guess I have to go, don't
で、
I?
それってどこなんだ、遠坂。ちゃんと帰ってこれる場所なんだろうな。
So where's this place, Tosaka? We can still get back from there, right?
もちろん。行き先は隣町の琴峰教会。そこがこの戦いを監督してるエセ神父の居所よ。
Of course we can. Destination is Kotomini Church, just in the next town. That's where that sham priest, the one who oversees this whole battle, lives.
わかった。行き先はそこよ。
Seriously? Don't not 'cause 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 ' Tosaka flashes a mischievous grin. That's the look of someone who's enjoying teasing me since I have no clue what's going on. At least that's what I think. I'm starting to believe Tosaka has a really nasty side. Off the sea, Kire, the overseer of the Holy Grail. That. We walk through the town at night. It's 1 in the morning and there's nobody out at this hour. Yorokobe Ojo. Yorokobe Shonen. The houses are dark, and the sleepy town is cast only in the streetlight's pale glow.
まあ遠坂つかのことを聞くけど歩いて隣町まで行く気なのか
Hello, I hope you're having a good day, skill driver of darkness. Hey, Tosaka, are you planning on walking to the next town?
そうよ。だって電車もバスも終わってるでしょ。いいんじゃない、たまには夜の散歩っていうのも。
Of course. Trains and buses aren't running right now. Sometimes a nighttime stroll is kind of
そうか
nice.
一応聞くけど隣町までどのくらいかかるか知ってるか
Okay, but I just want to make sure. Do you know how long that walk will take?
歩いてだと1時間ぐらいかしらね。まあ、遅くなったら帰りはタクシーでも拾えばいいでしょ。
About an hour, right? If it gets too late, we can just grab a taxi on our way back.
そんな余分な金は使わないし俺が言いたいのは女の子が夜で歩くのはどうかってことだ最近物騒なのは知ってるだろもしものことがあったら責任持てないぞ俺
I don't have that kind of money, and my point is more about whether it's safe for a girl to walk around at this hour. You know it's been dangerous recently. I don't want to be responsible if something happens to you. He says that to. Oh yeah, that's true. She just fixed the
相
window,
手がどんなやつ
and
だ
he
ろ
knows
うと
that she's
ジョ
a
ーカーなんて出
mage.
してこないわ。
Waiting for the new
エ
patch
ミヤ
next
君
year.
を忘れてるみたいだけど、そこにいるセイバーはとんでもなくお強いんだから。
Don't worry, nobody's going to mess with us. You might have forgotten, but Saber here is really strong. Oh right, he also has Saber because she can't dematerialize or de-spirit, whatever. Oh, now that she mentions it, if anyone picks a fight with Saber, they're dead for sure.
リン、シロは今何を言いたかった
I
ん
think
で
it was
すか
more beige in the anime. Was it that
私には理
orange?
解でき
I
な
mean
かったの
orange.
ですが
Was it that yellow in the anime? I remember it being beige. Rin, what does Shiro mean by what he said earlier? I did not quite understand.
いや、大した勘違いっぷりっていうか、大間抜けっていうか。なんでも、私たちが痴漢に襲われたら、エミヤ君が助けてくれるんだって。
I look like maybe less bright. He really misunderstood the situation. Also, he's an idiot. He was trying to say he'd swoop in and rescue if someone... He'd swoop in to our rescue if someone
そ
assaulted
ん
us.
なシロは私のマスターだそれでは立場が逆ではない
Does
で
that
す
show
か
a new patch? Are you talking about JP server? I didn't see any notice for maintenance on the EN side. I only play EN. That cannot be right. Shiro is my master. Our roles would be reversed if he did that.
そういうの考えてないんじゃない？魔術師とかサーバントとかどうでもいいって感じ。あいつの頭の中、一度見てみたくなったわね。
Yeah, he's probably not thinking about anything like that. Like he doesn't care what mages and servants are. Honestly, I have to see what's going on in his head. Tosaka and Saber seem to be on good terms to chat now. And hey, I must have missed the notice. The only thing I saw was the Lost Belt. Oh wait, no, there is the thing. Because we're getting Orion and a bunch of other things for Lost Belt pickup. Oh, and the new interludes. Right, I completely forgot. Saber's been quiet ever since I stopped her from leaving the house as she was. She flatly refused to take off her armor, so I made her wear her raincoat, and she's been quiet ever since. Now she's just followed me and only speaks to Tosaka.
あれ？どっちに行くのよ、エミヤ君。そっち、道が違うんじゃない？
Huh? Where are you going, Emiya? That's the
足
wrong
に出れ
way.
ばいいんだろならこっちのが近道だ
We need to go to the bridge, right? Shortcut. I feel a little awkward walking right beside her, so I walk a little faster and take the side path. Yeah, we do have the Halloween event with the little monster looking Elizabeth, and then we have, was it the lottery with, was it Burrito Park? Is that how you pronounce it? We enter a park along the riverside. All we need to do is cross the bridge to reach Shinto.
へえ、こんな道あったんだ。そっか、橋には公園からでも行けるんだから、公園を目指せばいいのね。
I didn't know there was a path here. I see. You just need to head to the park since the bridge is accessible from the park too. Maybe it's the park at night. Tosaka wait. Okay. Shiro, stop hitting on all the... Well, he's not physically hitting on them, but every girl he says is pretty. Every girl he sees is pretty, apparently. Maybe it's the park at night. Tosaka, as she stands there staring up at the bridge, looks prettier than when I see her at school. This isn't good. We never see this monologue. I don't think we saw this monologue in the anime. Chihiro's got low standards for everyone. Wait, Chihiro's got low standards or everyone's a 10 out of 10. I don't think he said anything about Mitsuzuri. I don't think he said she was pretty, but I think everyone else. Oh, and Taiga. I feel like every other girl around his age, he's like, oh, she's pretty. Let's go. We didn't just come here to goof off. I remind Tosaka to hurry and start climbing the stairs. Once we reach the road at the side of the bridge, it's just a straight shot to Shinto. Alubia too. There's nobody on the bridge, not surprising since the bridge isn't exactly even busy during the day. People tend to take the bus or train to get to the next town, so the pedestrian bridge doesn't see much use. It's a pretty good distance, and the bridge itself seems a little unsteady, so people might worry if he collapses at any time. Probably why this isn't a very popular date spot, even though the location and ambience are perfect. Now dating too? What's in your head, Shiro? Stop thinking about such stupid stuff. Saber follows silently while Rin walks beside me. I hurry across the bridge as fast as I can and try not to think about the two girls with me. Shiro, why? Once we cross the bridge, Tosaka leads us to the suburbs. The office buildings near the station only come to mind when I think of Shinto, but there's a traditional townscape on the outskirts. Did I just start Fate's Day Night? I started it when it came out the day it released, but I've been picking it up on and off. Or are you saying if I've watched the anime and stuff? I've watched the anime and stuff. As for the visual novel, this is my first time doing a playthrough of it. The suburbs are especially prominent in that sense. There are gentle slopes and a hill that overlooks the ocean. You're entering his hormonal stage. He is a teenager, I'm not surprised. The further up the hill you go, the fewer buildings there are. There's even a foreigner cemetery built along the hillside.
この上が教会よ。エミヤ君も一度ぐらいは行ったことがあるんじゃない？
The church is up at the top of the hill. Have you never been?
いや、ない。あそこが孤児院だったってことぐらいは知ってるけど。
No, never, though I do know it used to be an orphanage.
そう。なら今日が初めてか。
Oh gosh, the text went by so fast.
じゃあ少し気を引き締めた方がいいわ。あそこの神父は一筋縄じゃいかないから。
I see. If this is your first time, you might want to brace yourself. The church's priest isn't exactly the easiest man to deal with. I look up and see a shadow that must be the building on the top of the hill. A church, up a hill. I never imagined a circumstance like this that would bring me to God's house. Yeah, so I've been playing, I've been streaming FGO and Fate recently, but normally I play other games and stuff. But I've been taking my time and enjoying the Fate visual novel. Oh, this is amazing. The church is magnificent. The whole hilltop seems to be church grounds, and I'm greeted by a huge open space the moment I reach the top of the hill. The church on the other side is vast. The church at the other side of the vast open space isn't all that big, but seems to loom over everything, intimidating any visitors. I can't...
シロ、
remember
私は
everything
こ
I've
こに
watched
残
for
ります。
Fate, but I've watched a good amount of it. Like the stuff I haven't watched, I know I haven't watched, like Babylonia and Camelot and like the first 3 seasons of Ilya. But I've watched a good amount of Fate. Shiro, I will be staying behind.
なんでだよ。ここまで来たのに、セイバーだけ置いてけぼりなんてできないだろ
Eh? Why? We came all this way. I can't just leave you
私は
here.
教会に来たのではなく、シロを守るためについてきたのです。シロの目的地が教会であるのなら、これ以上遠くには行かないでしょう。
I'm
で
waiting
す
for
から
him to say that Kyrie's
ここで
handsome
帰り
too.
を待つことにします。
My purpose is not to visit the church, but to protect you along the way. If your destination is the church, then you will not stray far from it. So I'll wait here for your return. Saber is frank in her response. I can't see her budging at this point, so I'll decide to respect her decision.
う。わかった。それじゃあ行ってくる。
Alright, I'll be back.
はい。誰であろうと気を許さないように、マスター。
Yes, and do not let your guard down, no matter who you're dealing with, Master. Chapel is large and majestic. There must be many visitors during the day based on the number of pews in the— what the heck is a pew in the chapel? The priest must have incredible authority if he's responsible for a church as grand as this one.
ここの神父さんっていうのはどんな人なんだ
Tosaka, what kind of man is this priest here? Someone who likes mapo tofu.
どんな人かって説明するのは難しいわね。10年来の知人だけど、私だって未だにあいつの性格はつかめないもの。
It's kind of hard to explain. I've known him for over a decade now, but I still can't figure
10
him out.
年来の知人それはまた随分と年季が入った関係だな。もしかして親戚か何かか
Known him for over a decade? That's a long time to know someone. Are you two related or
親
something?
戚じゃないけど、私の後見人よ。ついでに言うと、兄弟子にして第二の師っていうところ。
Yeah, I haven't watched Encore. I watched like season 3 onwards of Ilya in the movie, so I just kind of skimmed the first 2 seasons because I kind of found it boring. But yeah, I haven't seen those early seasons of Ilya or last Encore. No, but he's my guardian. On top of that, he's a disciple. Wait. On top of that, as a disciple, he's my senior and my second mentor.
兄弟子って魔術師としての兄弟子
Eh? Senior disciple? As a mage?
そうだけど、なんで驚くのよ、そこで。
Yeah, why is that such a
だって
surprise?
神父さんなんだろ神父さんが魔術なんてそんなのご法度じゃないか
He's a priest, right? Aren't priests forbidden from using magecraft? Mages and churches have never mixed well. Mages belong to a large organization called the Mages Association. But there's also a hidden group operating in the shadows of the most widespread region. Not one normal person would ever hear about or want to get involved with, known as the Holy Church. The two have nothing in common. They may have a sort of surface alliance, but they're constantly trying to kill each other given half a chance. That might be why. The church loathes heretics. They're out there to eliminate any inhuman in the world, including users of magecraft. Yeah, I tried to... someone actually had a copy of the translated version of the Fate visual novel before this official translation came out, but I never got to play it, so I do know, like, there's stuff around. I just normally don't, look at unofficial things for the most part. In the church's eyes, only saints are permitted to perform miracles. All other human miracles are heresy. There are no exceptions even for those within the church. The higher the position one is within the church, the more they're forbidden from the impurity of magecraft. It goes without saying that there are more It goes without saying that the more blessings someone receives from God, especially someone who is in charge of a church like this, the further the distance they should take from magecraft.
そもそもここの神父さんってこっち側の人だったのか
Actually, I didn't know the priest here was on our side.
ええ、聖杯戦争の監督役を任されたやつだもの。バリッバリの大公者よ。まあ、最も神のご加護があるかどうかは疑問だけど。
Yep, he's supervising the Holy Grail War, so he's definitely an agent. Well, whether he's actually ever received any blessings from God is an open question. Tosaka's footsteps echoed as she walks toward the altar. I'm not sure whether you're supposed to be walking around here without a priest, but it is pretty late. The priest wouldn't be in the chapel at this hour, so I guess he'd be in his private room out back.
んで、その神父さんはなんて言うんだ。さっきは琴峰とかなんとか言ってたけど。
I think in the anime he was just standing here, wasn't he? Or he was like waiting for us outside? I don't remember us looking for him. So what's the priest's name? I think you said Kotomine or something earlier?
名前は琴峰綺麗。父さんの教え子でね。もう10年以上顔を合わせてる腐れ縁よ。まあ、できれば知り合いたくなかったけど。
His name is Kirei Kotomine. He's my father's disciple, and unfortunately, I've known him for over 10 years. If I had any choice, I'd rather not have ever met him.
同感だ。私も死を敬わぬ弟子など持ちたくはなかった。
I assure you, the feeling is mutual. I never wished for a pupil who refuses to respect her mentor. Tap tap, I hear footsteps. A man slowly emerges from the far side of the altar. He must have noticed when we entered the chapel.
再三の呼び出しにも応じぬと思えば、変わった客を連れてきたな。彼が7人目というわけか、リン。
I've been calling you Rin, but you haven't answered. Now you bring me a strange guest. So he's the 7th Rin?
そう。
Yeah, I
一応
thought
魔術
so.
師だけ
'Cause I'm like, I
ど、
don't remember us
中身は
like
点で素人だから見てられなくて。
walking in and looking for him. That's a big man. Well, I thought that like they're like Shiro and Rin are supposed to be high school students and Yuri is an adult, so I guess it makes sense. Right, he's a mage apparently, but he's completely amateur. It's frustrating.
確かマスターになった者はここに届けを出すのが決まりだったわよね。あんたたちが勝手に決めたルールだけど今回は守ってあげる。
And the rules say you're to report here when someone becomes a master, right? It's a stupid rule your group made up, but I figured I'd follow it this
それ
time.
は結構。なるほど。ではその少年には感謝しなくてはな。
Maybe he just looks big because he's supposed to be like up in our face. I don't remember much about this encounter in Unlimited Blade Works. How commendable of you. Well then, I must thank this young man. The priest slowly looks me over. I unconsciously step back. I'm not afraid, and I don't sense any hostility from this priest. But the way he carries himself, he just gives off this indescribable aura of intimidation.
私はこの教会を任されている。琴峰綺麗というものだが。
We're slowly backing away from Kirei. My name is Kirei Kotomine, and I've been entrusted to run this
君の名
church.
は何というのかな。7人目のマスターへ。
What is your name, seventh
ヘ
master?
ミやシロ。けど、俺はまだマスターなんてものになった覚えはないからな。
It's Shiro Emiya, but I don't remember signing up to be a master. I braced myself, glaring at the priest so as not to buckle under that intimidating presence.
エミヤ、シロ。
Huh? I've watched the Heaven's film. That intimidating aura grows chilly. The priest smiles as if pleased. That smile of his, I can't explain it, but it makes me...
礼を言う、エミヤ。よくリンを連れてきてくれた。
What is Shiro
君
feeling?
がいなければあれは最後までここには訪れなかったろ
Kirei's
う。
smile. I must thank you, Emiya. You have brought Rin here. If it wasn't for you, she would never have set foot in this church. The priest makes his way to the altar. Tosaka, on the other hand, just looks bored as she moves away from the altar and comes to stand next to him. I never really thought of Kirei as intimidating.
エミヤ、シロ。君はセイバーのマスターで間違いはないか。
Then let us begin. Shiro Emiya, you are Saber's master, correct?
それは違う。確かに俺はセイバーと契約した。けどマスターとか聖杯戦争とかそんなことを言われても俺には点でわからない。
That's not entirely true. I did form a contract with Saber, but I have no idea what the heck Masters and Holy Grail Wars
マ
are.
スターっていうのがちゃんとした魔術師がなるものなら他にマスターを選び直した方がいい。
If proper mages are the only ones who can be masters, then you should pick a different master.
なるほど。これは重症だ。彼は本当に何も知らないのか、リン。
I see, this is a pity. Does he really know nothing, Rin?
だから素人だって言ったじゃない。そのあたりからしつけてあげて。そういう追い込み得意でしょ、あんた。
I told you he's a complete novice. You'll need to teach him from the ground up. You're good at pushing people like that, aren't you? Tohsaka practically pawns me off on the priest looking bored. Here, take this boy. He doesn't know anything.
これはそういうことか。
Oh, I see, so that's
よ
your
かろう
plan.
か。お前が私を頼ったのはこれが初めてだ。
Very well, this is the first time you have depended on me for
エミや
anything.
シロには感謝をしてもしたぎないな。
It seems I cannot thank Shiro Emiya enough for bringing me this opportunity. The more I hear them talk, the more uneasy I get.
まず君の勘違いを正そう。
Exposition with Kirei. First, let me address some of your
いいか、エ
misconceptions.
ミやシロ。マスターというものは他人に譲れるものではないし、なってしまった以上やめられるものでもない。
Listen to me, Shiro Emiya. The role of a master isn't something you can simply pass on to someone else. Nor is it something that after you've been chosen, you can
そ
simply
の
quit.
腕にレイジを刻まれた者は、たとえ何者であろうとマスターを辞めることはできん。
Once
まず
command
はそ
spell,
の事実を受け入れろ。
once command spells are engraved on one's hand, there is no means by which they can resign from being a master, regardless of who they might be.
やめることはできないってどうしてだよ。
I can't quit? Why not?
レイジとは聖魂でもある。マスターとは与えられた試練だ。都合が悪いからといって放棄することはできん。
Command spells are sacred marks. They are a trial placed upon masters. They're a trial? I wouldn't consider them a trial. They're a trial placed upon masters. You can't simply forfeit because it's
その
inconvenient.
痛みからは聖杯を手に入れるまでは解放されない。
You will not be released from its pain unless the Holy Grail is obtained.
お前がマスターを辞めたいというのであれば、聖杯を手に入れ、斧が望みを叶えるより他はあるまい。
But
そう
in
なれ
Zero,
ば、何もかもが元通りだぞ、エミヤシロ。
what was his name? Archibald? He was the what's it called? That scroll thing. The pact was for him to use up all his command spells and give up on the Holy Grail War. So I don't know. I guess that's a special case. Yeah, it was that I forgot. He forced Lancer to take care of himself, and then basically give up on his dreams of being in the Holy Grail War. Hold on, I'm gonna get some liquid. Mhm.
お前の望み、その内に溜まった泥を全てかき出すこともできる。そうだ、初めからやり直すこととて可能だろうよ。故に望むがいい。もしその時が来るのなら、君はマスターに選ばれた幸運に感謝するのだからな。 その目に見えぬ火傷の跡を消したいのならば成婚を受け入れるだけでいい。
キレ、回りくどい真似はしないで。私は彼にルールを説明してあげてって言ったのよ。誰も傷を開けなんて言ってない。
遠坂。
そうか。こういった手合いには何を言っても無駄だからな。せめて勘違いしたまま道徳を拭い去ってやろうと思ったのだが。情けは人のためならずとはよく言ったものだ。つい私自身も楽しんでしまったか。
何よ、彼を助けるといいことあるっていうの？あんたに。
あるとも。人を助けるということはいずれ自身を救うということだからな。と今さらお前に説いても始まるまい。では本題に戻ろうか、エミヤシロ。君が巻き込まれたこの戦いは聖杯戦争と呼ばれるものだ。7人のマスターが7人のサーバントを用いて繰り広げる争奪戦ということぐらいはリンから聞いているか。
聞いてる。7人のマスターで殺し合うっていうふざけた話だろ。
そうだ。だが我らとて好きでこのような非道を行っているわけではない。全てが聖杯を得るにふさわしいものを選抜するための儀式だ。何しろ物が物だからな。所有者の選定にはいくつかの試練が必要だ。
待てよ。さっきから聖杯聖杯って繰り返してるけど、それって一体何なんだ。まさか本当にあの聖杯だって言うんじゃないだろうな。どうなんだ、琴峰綺麗。あんたの言う聖杯は本当に聖杯なのか。
もちろんだとも。この町に現れる聖杯は本物だ。その証拠の一つとしてサーバントなどという法外な奇跡が起きているだろう。過去の英霊を呼び出し刺激する。いいな。すでに死者の蘇生に近いこの奇跡は魔法と言える。これだけの力を持つ聖杯ならば持ち主に無限の力を与えよう。物の心眼などその事実の前には無価値だ。
いいぜ。仮に聖杯があるとする。けどなら何だって聖杯戦争なんてものをさせるんだ。聖杯があるんなら殺し合うことなんてない。それだけすごいものならみんなで分ければいいだろう。
Wait, when did it get muted? Did I hit something when I went to go get a drink? Thank you for letting me know. Wait, how long have I been muted for? I reached over to get a drink and I forgot to turn it back on, I guess. You've just been chilling with Kotomine. Okay, fine. You guys can chill with Kotomine and have him stare at you. Fine. Let's assume it's really a Holy Grail. Then why would something like the Holy Grail war need to happen? If the Holy Grail exists, we shouldn't be killing each other over it. Something so amazing should be shared.
もっともな意見だが、そんな自由は我々にはない。
A reasonable opinion. However, not an opinion we have a luxury of.
聖杯を手にする者はただ一人。
Only one can obtain the Holy Grail.
それは私たちが決めたのではない。
Let's just say I was
聖杯自体が
doing
決
it
めた
on
ことだ。
purpose and being respectful to Kirei because I want him to show up at the beginning of next year. Let's just say I was being respectful to the man I hope to summon. We cannot ourselves choose who. That is for the Grail to decide.
7人のマスターを選ぶのも、7人のサーバントを呼び出すのも、すべては聖杯自体が行うこと。
The selection of the 7 masters and the summoning of the 7 servants are all determined by the
こ
Holy
れ
Grail
は儀
itself.
式だと言っただろう。聖杯は自らを持つにふさわしい人間を選び、彼らを競わせて、ただ一人の持ち主を選定する。
I mentioned that this was a ritual. The Holy Grail selects those who are worthy of possessing it, and then each against the other to select the role bearer.
それが聖杯戦争。聖杯に選ばれ、手に入れるために殺し合う恒例儀式というわけだ。
That is what a Holy Grail is, a sort of necromantic ritual where those chosen by the Holy Grail fight to the death to obtain it. He's so matter-of-fact about it all. I have no response, so I just stare at my left hand. There's an inscription on my hand, a mark these two call a command spell. So as long as I have this mark, I'm told I can't quit being a master.
納得いかないな。一人だけしか選ばれないにしたって他のマスターを殺すしかないっていうのは気に食わない。
That's for the Holy Grail. That still doesn't make sense. Just because only one person can be selected, there's no reason for all the other masters to die.
ちょっと待って。殺すしかないっていうのは誤解よ、エミヤ君。別にマスターを殺す必要はないんだから。
Wait a minute. You don't actually have to kill them. Emiya, the ritual doesn't require you to kill the masters.
だって殺し合いだって言ったじゃないか。琴峰もそう言ってたぞ。
Huh? But you just said it's a battle to the death. Even Kotomine said that.
殺し合いだ。
You do kill each other.
キレイは黙ってて。この町に伝わる聖杯っていうのは霊体なの。だから物としてあるわけじゃなくて特別な儀式で呼び出す。つまり 降霊するしかないってわけ。
Kirei, shush. Okay, so the Holy Grail here is in spirit form. It's not tangible as an object. It needs to be summoned in a special ritual, kind of like a seance.
で、呼び出すことは私たち魔術師だけでもできるんだけど、これが霊体である以上、私たちには触れられない。この意味わかる？
Summoning it can be done by just as mages, but as long as it's in spirit form, we can't touch it. You understand what that
わか
means?
る。霊体には霊体しか触れられないんだろ。
I do. Only spirit forms can touch other spirit forms.
だからサーバントが必要なのか。
Oh, so that's why you need servants.
そういうこと。ぶっちゃけた話、聖杯戦争っていうのは自分のサーバント以外のサーバントを撤去させるってことよ。だからマスターを殺さなければならないという決まりはないの。
Exactly. To put it in simple terms, the goal of the Holy Grail War is for you to eliminate all the servants other than your own. There's no rule that says you have to kill masters. Why didn't they tell me that earlier? Honestly, Tohsaka and that priest are pretty wicked. But that's a relief. That means Tohsaka doesn't have to die, even if I do join the Holy Grail War.
なるほど。そういう考えもできるか。
Meanwhile, Kira's like, yes, you have to kill each other. I suppose that is one way to look
で
about it.
はエミヤシロ、一つ尋ねるが、君は自分のサーバントを倒せると思うか？
Then let me ask you, Shiro Emiya, do you think you can beat your own servant? Defeat Saber? Of course not. Besides, magecraft is useless against her, and she is insanely strong with her sword.
ではもう一つ尋ねよう。つまらぬ問いだが、君は自分がサーバントより優れていると思えるか？
Then one more question for you, though it may be a trifling one. Do you think of yourself superior to your servant? Easy proof that Kiri isn't reliable. This information. What? Why is he asking this? I can't beat Saber, so there's no way I'm better than her. My answer to both these questions is that I'm weaker than my servant. Oh.
そういうことだ。サーバントはサーバントをもってしても破りがたい。ならばどうするか。
Now you get it. Servants have enough trouble defeating other servants. So what would you do? You could kill the masters.
実に単純な話だろう。サーバントはマスターがいなければ存在できぬ。いかにサーバントが強力であろうと、
Kira
マ
just
スタ
wants
ー
to
が
take the
潰
easy
され
way
れば
out.
そのサーバントも消滅する。
Kira's like, it's easier just to kill the masters than to kill the servant. But yes, you have to kill everyone. It's simple, really. A servant cannot exist without their master, so no matter how powerful the servant, they will disappear once the master is killed. Which means... Now I get it. Nobody would make things harder for themselves. So someone wanted to make sure they won, killing the master would be the much easier path.
ああ、サーバントを消すためにはマスターを倒した方が早いってのが分かった。
Independent action servants would like a word. Yeah, I get it now. It's easier to defeat the servant. It's easier to defeat the master than the servant.
それじゃ逆にサーバントが先にやられたらマスターはマスターでなくなるのか。聖杯に触れられるのはサーバントだけなんだろう。ならサーバントを失ったマスターには価値がない。
Let me ask you this then. If the servant is defeated first, is their master no longer a master? If servants are the only ones who can touch the Holy Grail, then a master who lost their servant becomes obsolete, right?
いや、霊樹がある限りマスターの権利は残る。マスターとはサーバントと契約できる魔術師のことだ。霊樹があるうちはいくらでもサーバントと契約できる。
Aren't archers supposed to have independent action? No, as long as the command spell remains, they still have the right to remain a master. A master is simply a mage who can make a contract with a servant. As long as they have a command spell, they can form contracts with as many servants as they want.
マスターを失ったサーバントはすぐに消えるわけではない。彼らは体内の魔力が尽きるまでは現世にとどまれる。
A servant who loses
そうい
their
った
master
マ
does
ス
not
ターを失った
disappear
サーバントがいれば、サーバントを失ったマスターとて再契約が可能となる。 戦線復帰ができるというわけだ。
Hello, Karina. A servant who loses their master does not disappear immediately. They can remain in this world until they run out of magical energy. Servants who lose their masters and masters who lose their servants can forge a new contract together and return to battle. Most archers, yeah.
だからこそ、マスターはマスターを殺すのだ。下手に生かしておけば、新たな障害になる可能性があるからな。
Which is why masters seek to kill other masters. Allowing others to live may pose a greater risk later on.
じゃあレイジを使い切ったら、そうすれば他のサーバントと契約できないし、自由になったサーバントも他のマスターとくっつくだろう。
Was Shiro this insistent on not being a master in the original? I mean, in Unlimited Blade Works? Because I'm like, he's like, how do I get out of this? Can I just use all my command spells? What can I do to no longer be a master? Then what if you use up your command spells? That means you can't form another contract with a servant, and that servant who gets freed will pair up with another master?
待って、それは。
Wait, that's...
それはその通りだ。レイジさえ使い切ってしまえば、マスターの責務からは解放されるな。
You are correct. If you use up all your command spells, you will be freed from your duties as a master.
もっとも、強力な魔術を行えるレイジを無駄に使うなどという魔術師がいるとは思えないが。
Although it's hard to believe any mage would waste their command spells since each can perform extremely powerful magecraft.
いたと
Yeah, I
し
think
た
I
ら
remember it now.
そいつは半人前どころかただのふぬけということだろう。
Here it mentions that the fire was a result of the previous Holy Grail War, so that's when Shiro changes his mind. He just seems way more insistent here. And if there were such a master, there would be a fool as well as a coward. Priest laughs as if he can see right through me. This is starting to get to me. The priest's tone is provoking.
納得がいったか。ならばルールの説明はここまでだ。
You understand now. Then here endeth the
さ
lesson.
て、それでは初めに戻ろうエミヤシロ。
Now let us return to where we began. Shiro
君は
and
マスタ
Mia.
ーになったつもりはないと言ったが、それは今でも同じなのか。
You mentioned you have no intention of becoming a master. Do you still feel that way?
マスターを放棄するというのならそれもよかろう。
But then Carrie just say that you can't. What is up with this man? Hello, Lucia. Like the streamline I haven't spilled almost skipped over it. Okay.
君が今考えた通り、レイジを使い切ってセーバーとの契約を立てばよい。その場合、聖杯戦争が終わるまで、君の安全は私が保証する。
This man. As you have just pointed out, you can use up your command spells to terminate your contract with Saber. Should you do so, I will guarantee your safety until the Holy Grail War ends.
ちょっと待った。なんだってあんたに安全を保証されなくちゃいけないんだ。自分の身ぐらい自分で守る。
What? Hold on a minute. Why would I need you to guarantee my safety? I can protect myself.
私とて、お前に構うほど暇ではない。だがこれも決まりでな。
I honestly do not have the time to look after you, but those are the rules.
私は繰り返される聖杯戦争を監督するために派遣された。
I've been assigned to oversee this repeating Holy
故に
Grail War.
聖杯戦争による犠牲は最小限にとどめなくてはならないのだ。
Thus, I must ensure the sacrifices made during the Holy Grail War be kept to a minimum.
マスターで亡くなった魔術師を保護するのは監督役として最優先事項なのだよ。
Protecting the safety of mages who are no longer masters is one of my most important responsibilities as the overseer. Freaking Kirei. I have to look over you because that's my job, but I don't have time for it.
繰り返される聖杯戦争。
Did you say repeating Holy Grail War? Hold on a minute. It repeats? What does that mean a battle? Wait, does that mean a battle like this has
それ
happened
ど
before?
ういうことだよ。聖杯戦争っていうのは今に始まったことじゃないのか。
What do you mean? Are you saying this isn't the first Holy Grail War?
無論だ。でなければ監督役などというものが派遣されると思うか。
Of course not. Do you think an overseer would have been dispatched were this were the first
この
time?
教会は聖遺物を回収する任を帯びる特務局の末端でな。本来は聖十字の調査回収を旨とするが、ここでは聖杯の査定の任を帯びている。
This church is a special agency responsible for collecting relics. Our organization's original goal is to investigate and recover the true cross, but here our duty is to assess the Holy
極
Grail.
東の地に観測された第726聖杯を調査し、これが正しいものであるのなら回収し、そうでなければ否定しろとな。
Our job is to investigate the 726th Holy Grail that was protected in the Far East and recover it. If it is indeed real, and if not real, we will repudiate. What the heck does that mean?
726って聖杯ってのはそんなにたくさんあるのか。
726? Are there really that many Holy Grails?
さあ、少なくともらしきものならばそれだけの数があったということだろう。
Who knows? At the very least, it means that there are many objects thought to be Holy Grails.
そしてその中の一つがこの町で観測される聖杯であり、聖杯戦争。
And one of those is the Holy Grail observed in this town, which triggered a Holy Grail
記
war.
録では200年ほど前が一度目の戦いになっている。
According to extant records, first battle occurred about 200 years ago.
約50年周期でマスターたちの戦いは繰り返されている。
Does that math add up? How many did he say and how many years? Since then, masters have fought over it every 50 years or so.
聖杯戦争はこれで5度目。前回が10年前であるから今までで最短のサイクルということになるが。
This was their theory in the number from the original. This will be the fifth Holy Grail War. The last one happened about 10 years ago, so this is the shortest cycle yet.
正気かお前ら。こんなことを今まで4度も続けてきたって。
Are you all insane? You guys have done this thing 4 times already?
全く同感だ。お前の言う通り、連中はこんなことを何度も繰り返してきたのだよ。
I quite agree. As you pointed out, this has been repeated many
So-
times. That's
過
right.
去繰り返された聖杯戦争はことごとく苛烈を極めてきた。マスターたちは斧が欲望に突き動かされ、魔術師としての教えを忘れ、ただ無差別に殺し合いを行った。
In the past, the repeated Holy Grail wars have been exceedingly fierce. Masters were driven by their own desires as they killed each other indiscriminately, forgetting their disciplines as
君
mages.
も知っていると思うが、魔術師にとって魔術を一般社会で使用することは第一の罪悪だ。魔術師は斧が正体を人々に知られてはならないのだからな。
You may already know this, but the biggest sin to commit as a mage is practicing magecraft within normal society. Mages must never reveal their identities to others.
だが過去のマスターたちはそれを破っ
But even the masters of the past broke
た。
that
魔
law.
術協会は彼らを戒めるために監督役を派遣したが、それが間に合ったのは3度目の聖杯戦争でな。その時に派遣されたのが私の父というわけだが、納得がいったか少年。
The Mages Association finally dispatched an overseer to crack down on masters like them. That system was only put in place by the time of the Third Holy Grail War. And that first overseer was my father. Does that make sense now, my boy?
ああ、監督役が必要な理由は分かった。
Yeah, I get that an overseer is needed.
今の話からすると、この聖杯戦争っていうのはとんでもなく立ちが悪いものなんじゃないのか。
But based on what you just said, this Holy Grail War is fundamentally a bad thing, right?
ほう、立ちが悪いとはどのあたりだ。
Oh, in what way is it fundamentally
だって
bad?
以前のマスターたちは魔術師のルールを破るような奴らだったんだろ。
previous masters willingly broke the laws of mages,
な
right?
あ、仮に聖杯があるとして最後まで勝ち残ったやつが聖杯を私利私欲で使うようなやつだったらどうする？平気で人を殺すようなやつにそんなものが渡ったらまずいだろ。
Then let's say the Holy Grail is real. What if whoever survives and wins is selfish and uses the Holy Grail for their own selfish purposes? Wouldn't it be pretty bad if the Holy Grail went to someone who has no problem killing people?
魔術師を監視するのが教会の仕事ならあんたはそういうやつを罰するべきじゃないのか。
If the association's job is to supervise mages, shouldn't you be the ones punishing those types of folks? I'm hoping to finally confuse him with this question. But as I figured, Kotomine just laughs, condescendingly.
まさ
Mwahaha.
か私利私欲で動かぬ魔術師などおるまい。我々が管理するのは聖杯戦争の決まりだけだ。その後の
Maybe
こ
I'll
と
just
など
mix
知ら
stuff
ん。
up.
どのような人格が聖杯を手に入れようが教会は関与しない。
Of course not. All mages are motivated by their self-interest. I am only responsible for managing the rules of the Holy Grail War. I do not care what happens afterwards. The association does not intervene, no matter what sort of person obtains the Holy Grail.
そんなバカな。じゃあ聖杯を手に入れたマスターが最悪なやつだったらどうするんだよ。
But that's absurd. What happens if the Holy Grail is obtained by a master who is absolutely the worst?
困るな。だが私たちではどうしようもない。持ち主を選ぶのは聖杯だ。そして聖杯に選ばれたマスターを止める力など私たちにはない。
Worst. That would be bad, but it is out of our control. The Holy Grail is the one that chooses its owner, and we do not have the power to stop a master who has been chosen by the Holy Grail.
何しろ望みを叶える暁だ。手に入れたものはやりたい放題だろうさ。
You see, it is a chalice capable of granting any desire. Whoever obtains it will be able to do as they please, I'm sure.
しかしそれが嫌だというのならお前が勝ち残ればいい。他人を当てにするよりはその方が何よりも確実だろう。
So, if that is an idea that troubles you, then your path is clear. Survive and win. Doing this yourself would be the approach most certain to work, as opposed to relying on others, correct? Kotomine is clearly trying to suppress his laughter. Wahaha, this dumb kid. It's like he's enjoying watching my awkward resistance to becoming a master.
どうした少年。今のはいいアイデアだと思うのだが参考にする気はないのかな。
What's wrong, my boy? I thought that was a rather good idea. Care to accept it?
そんなの余計なお世話だ。第一、俺には戦う理由がない。聖杯なんてものに興味はないし、マスターなんて言われても実感が湧かない。
That's none of your business. First of all, I have no reason to fight. I'm not interested in the Holy Grail, nor do I feel like a master even if you tell me otherwise.
ほう。では聖杯を手に入れた人間が何をするか、それによって最悪が起きたとしても興味はないのだ。
I feel like they did a good job picking Kirei's voice actor. It's like he's dangling a mouse in front of Shiro and be like, here, take this. You want to be a master? No? No? Okay, here. Follow me. Oh? So you do not care what the winner of the Holy Grail does with it? Even if it may lead to a great
そ
catastrophe?
れは
Well, that... Can't argue. Goodness, this guy is just so hard to deal with. Dangling a mouse. Dangling a carrot. That's what I meant. He doesn't care about my feelings, and he is relentless with the information he pushes on me.
理由がないのならそれも結構。ならば10年前の出来事にもお前は関心を持たないのだ。
Isn't it Mabo Tofu and not curry? If you have no reason to fight, that's fine too. That must mean you do not care about what happened 10 years ago. I have got him, as if Kirei is silently thinking. I have got him. 10 years ago?
そうだ。前回の聖杯戦争の最後にな。ふさわしくないマスターが聖杯に触れた。そのマスターが何を望んでいたかは知らん。我々にわかるのはその時に残された災害の爪痕だけだ。
That's right. Towards the end of the previous Holy Grail War, an unworthy master touched the Holy Grail. I do not know what that master desired. All we know is that the disaster that followed. Oh, flashbacks! For a second, the image of that hell flashed before my eyes.
待ってくれ。まさか、それは。
Wait, don't tell me that. Hello, Emiya. It is nice of you to visit us.
そうだ。
I haven't had it.
この町に住む者なら誰も
You
が
can
知
try
っ
to
てい
make it
る出
yourself
来
if
事だよ。
anything. There are like
Emiya
pre-made
Shiro.
like mapo tofu like packets, sauce packets. That's right. It is a catastrophe everyone in this town knows very
死
well.
傷者500名。焼け落ちた建物は実に134棟。未だもって原因不明とされるあの火災こそが聖杯戦争による爪痕だ。
500 people were killed or wounded. 134 buildings burned to the ground. That fire, which is still unexplained to this day, was a consequence of the Holy Grail War. Sick. My vision blurs. I lose my focus and I can't concentrate. My legs are about to buckle. Where that can happen, I plant my feet. I grit my teeth to maintain my composure. Raw, seething anger is the only thing holding my nausea at bay.
エミヤくんどうしたのよ。いきなり顔面真っ白にしちゃって。そりゃあんまり気持ちのいい話じゃなかったけど、ほら、なんなら少し休んだりする？
Emiya? What's wrong? You're white as a sheet. I know that wasn't a pleasant topic to bring up, but... Come on, why don't you rest a bit? I must have really looked pale. I know it's rare for someone like Tohsaka to be concerned about the likes of
心
me.
配無用だ。遠坂の変な顔を見たら治った。
Don't worry, I feel better after seeing you look at me so weird.
ちょっ
Her face.
と、それどういう意味よ？
Hey, what's that supposed to
い
mean?
や、タイはないんだ。言葉通りの意味だから気にするな。
Nothing. Exactly what I said. So don't worry about it.
ならいいけど、余計に悪いじゃない、このド変僕。
I guess that's okay. Hey! That's even worse, you blockhead! The school's honors student, Rin Tohsaka, smacks me upside the head. And just like that, my nausea and anger disappear. Thank you!
本当に助かったからあんまりいじめないでくれ、遠坂。
Thanks. You really did me a
今はもう少し
favor.
聞かなくちゃいけないことがある。
So don't beat me up too much, Tohsaka. There's still a few things I have to ask. Something in her expression suggests she hasn't hit me enough. But she lets me continue anyway.
ほう、まだ質問があるのか。いいぞ。言いたいことは全て言ってしまえ。
Oh, you still have questions? By all means, out with it. Someone write a manual and give it to Shiro. I'm sure he knows exactly what I want to ask, but he urges me on anyway. Fine by me. I'm not letting him get the
じ
better
ゃあ
of me.
聞く。あんた、聖杯戦争は今回が5回目だって言ったな。なら、今まで聖杯を手に入れた奴はいるのか？
Let me ask you this. You said that this is the 5th Holy Grail War. So has anyone ever obtained the Holy Grail?
当然だろう。そう毎回全滅などという決めは起きん。
Of course, not every war ends with everyone
じゃあ、
dead. Then,
早まるな。手に入れるだけならば簡単だ。何しろ聖杯自体はこの教会で管理している。手に取るだけならば私は毎日触れているぞ。
don't jump to conclusions. Obtaining it is the easy part. After all, this church actually manages and is in possession of the Holy Grail. If you're wondering whether someone has touched it, I'll have you know I touch it every day. What? The Holy Grail is here in this church?
もっともそれは器だ
Here,
け
here, make sure he
中身が
he
空
goes
なの
to
だ
the
よ。
Holy Grail and touches it
先ほど
every
リンが
day.
言っただろう。聖杯とは礼拝だ。
Well, it's just a vessel. It's quite empty. As Rin said earlier, the Holy Grail is in spirit form.
この教会に保管してある
Wait, but only spirits
極
can...
めて成功に
You're right,
作
you're
ら
not
れた聖
you're
杯
not
のレ
reliable.
プリカ
They said the grail can only be touched by spirits, and then Kiria's like, I touch it every day.
本物の聖杯を高齢させ願いを叶える杯にするそうだなマスターとサーバントの関係に近いなあそうやって一時的に本物となった聖杯を手にした男は確かにいた
Okay, it's just a replica. But still, that's so weird. That's so weird. The church is safekeeping a well-made replica of the Holy Grail. We use it as a catalyst to draw the real Holy Grail out and create the wish-granting device it becomes. I suppose it is similar to a master and a servant relationship. And yes, there was indeed a man who obtained the Holy Grail, which temporarily turned real. Kotomine oversharing.
聖杯は本物だったのかあいや手にしたっていうそいつは一体どうなったんだ
So the Holy Grail is real? Okay, what happened to the guy who obtained it?
どうにもならんその聖杯は完成には至らなかった
Nothing. The Holy Grail never reached its complete
つま
form.
らぬ干渉に流された結果だよ
Because a foolish man let his sentiments get the better of him. What? I don't know what happened to this overbearing attitude from a moment before, but the priest suddenly looks, of all things, right?
どういうことだ聖杯は現れたんじゃないのか
What do you mean? Didn't the Holy Grail appear?
聖杯を表すだけならば簡単だ7人のサーバントが揃い時間が経てば聖杯は現れるリンの言う通り確かに他のマスターを殺める必要などない
Manifesting the Holy Grail is easy. 7 servants appear, and then sometime later the Holy Grail does as well. As Rin pointed out, there's no real need to kill other mages. Thank you for the high voice redeem, Deka! Oh my gosh, Kotomi is gonna sound like this! It's gonna be so weird! Okay, for 5 minutes. Yuri is so cool. Yeah, but now I have to talk like this because someone redeemed this.
だがそれでは聖杯は完成しないあれは自らを得るにふさわしい持ち主を
Kotomine
選
after
ぶ
tofu? Is this what Kotomine after tofu
戦
sounds
いを
like?
回避した男には聖杯など手に入らなかっ
But that is not enough to complete a Holy Grail. The Grail selects a worthy owner. For that reason, a man who had avoided the battle was unable to obtain the Holy Grail. 要するに他のマスターと決着をつけずに聖杯を手に入れても無意味ってことでしょ It just means it's useless to obtain the Holy Grail without setting things with other masters, settling things with other masters. 一番初めに聖杯を手に入れたマスターはアマちゃんだったのよ。敵のマスターとは戦いたくないなんて言って聖杯から逃げたんだから。The master who got their hands on the Holy Grail during the last war was just a wuss. They didn't fight each other. Wait, they didn't want to fight other masters and just ran away from the Holy Grail. Tosaka almost spits the words, then goes back to averting her eyes from Kotomine.
嘘
You're kidding. Does that mean Kotomine was one of the masters in the previous war? And even though he obtained the Holy Grail, he dropped out because he refused to fight?
琴峰あんた戦わなかったのか
Kotomine, you didn't fight?
途中まで戦いはしただが判断を間違えた結果として私は空の聖杯を手にしただけだ
I did. Halfway. But I made a bad decision. Consequently, I only obtained an empty Holy Grail.
私ではそれが限界だったろう何しろ他のマスターたちはどいつもこいつも化け物揃いだったからな私は真っ先にサーバントを失いそのまま父に
The
保護
Holy
さ
Grail
れ
is
た
empty?
I don't think that's what it means. I suppose that must have been my limit anyway. Oop. Eh? What poop? I suppose that must have been my limit anyway. The rest of the masters were monstrously strong, terrifying even. I immediately lost my servant and I was taken under my father's protection.
思えば 監督役の息子がマスターに選ばれるなど、その時点であってはならぬことだ。
Becca, why are you booping me? I am already talking in this squeaky voice. In retrospect, the son of the overseer shouldn't have become a master in the first place.
父はその折に亡くなった。以後、私は監督役を引き継ぎ、この教会で聖杯を守っている。
It led to my father's death. After that, I assumed the role as an overseer and I'm protecting the Holy Grail at this church. Ah, that's embarrassing. Kotomina turns back to me as he speaks. There is reverence in his voice, and I see the devotion in his eyes before he turns.
話はここまでだ。
Hey, baby mode. We have nothing further to
聖
discuss.
杯を手にする資格がある者は、サーバントを従えたマスターのみ。君たち7人が最後の一人となった時、聖杯はおのずと勝者のもとに現れよう。
Those qualified to obtain the Holy Grail are masters who have servants. The moment there is only one of 7 of you left standing, the Holy Grail shall manifest before
その
you.
戦い、聖杯戦争に参加するかの意思をここで決めよう。
So tell me, will you join this Holy Grail war? Making will be difficult ingredients. Sesame oil blended with olive oil. Oh. The priest looks straight down at me, demanding my final decision. Kiri's standing at me, staring at me. I'm at a loss for words. Earlier I had no reason to fight. Now I have a reason and the will to fight. But can I truly say as much?
まだ迷っているのか。
Are you still unsure?
いいか。マスターというものはなろうとしてなれるものではない。そこにいるリンは長く魔術師として修練してきたが、だからといってマスターになるのが決定されていたわけではないのだ。
Listen, you do not become a master just by saying it is what you want. Rin has been training as a mage for years, but that never meant she was guaranteed to be a master.
決
Oh no,
定
she
さ
was
れてい
gonna
た
call
ものがあ
you
る
me
とすれ
a
ば、
pretty girl.
それは心構えができていたかいないかだけだろう。
The only thing you decide beforehand is whether to prepare yourself to be a master or not.
マスターに選ばれるのは魔術師だけだ。魔術
I'm
師なら
waiting
ば
for
と
him
う
to
に
call
覚
like
悟など
the
できている。
servants pretty girls. I'm waiting for him to call Medea and Medusa pretty too. Only mages can be selected as masters. If you are a mage, you should have already been
そ
prepared.
れがないというのならば仕方があるまい。
But Shiro was never told anything because his dad disappeared. However, if you're still lacking resolve, there is nothing to be
お
done.
前も、お
Well,
前を
his
育て
dad
たしも
just
でき
didn't
損な
want
い
to
だ。
tell him anything and didn't want to
そ
be
ん
part
な
of
魔
the mage
術師
world.
に戦われても迷惑だからな。今ここで霊樹を消してしまえ。
But that makes both you and your mentor failures. No! Shiro, don't take that! Don't take that! A mage like you would only be a nuisance in battle. So you might as well get rid of your command spells right here, right now. Kire, what are you doing? Do you want him to be a mage or not? He doesn't need to ask anything else. I... Eh? What the frick? Wait, what? Also, it's been 5 minutes. Thank you for the redeem, Deca. I'm gonna get some liquids. You have a choice here? This is a fake choice. This is a freaking fake choice. This is a fake choice. This is a fake choice. What the freak? I'm curious. I saved anyway. Let us see. Because we know how the anime plays out. Because, you know, Shiro becomes Shiro. I will destroy the seal. Mwahaha! I can't go along with this. A gruesome battle to the death is wrong.
どうした？戦うか戦わないのか。
What's
こ
wrong?
こで
Will you
明
fight or
言し
not?
ろ、エミヤしろ。
You must decide and declare your intention here and now, Shiro Emiya. Yeah, he didn't even ask anymore. I.
戦わない。マスターの権利とやらをここで捨てる。
I might as well go for the answer that doesn't anime. Oh, okay. I didn't expect this to be a choice even. I thought like, you know, Kiryu was going to continue with his exposition. I'm not going to fight. I forfeit my rights as a master. I look right into the priest's eyes as I answer.
そうか。残念ではあるが、マスター本人の意思では仕方がない。エミやシロはマスターである権利を放棄し、聖杯戦争から離脱した。それでいいな、リン。
I see. That is a shame. But there is nothing I can do if that is the will of the master. As of now, Shiro Emiya has forfeited his rights as a master, and he has withdrawn from the Holy Grail War. Any objections, Rin? So the saber becomes impossible now? I don't know. Huh? Why would the priest ask Tosaka and not me?
構わないわ。それがエミヤ君の選択なら、私がどうこう言えることじゃないでしょう。
I don't mind. If that's Emiya's decision, there's nothing I can say to change it.
その罪悪感だけでも収穫だったとするか。
Is Kiryu a sadist? Is that what the word is? Like you like seeing people in pain? I suppose seeing your regret is enough for me.
では早速取り掛かろう。エ
Because
ミ
he
や
wants
シ
to
ロ
be。the one to kill his own wife,
左
right?
腕を
So
出したまえ。
that's a sadist is the one that likes seeing people in pain, right? Then we shall proceed, Shiro Emiya. Your left arm, please.
いいけど、何をする気だよ、あんた。
Fine, but what are you going to do?
なに。
Gosh, he's so
すぐ
close.
に終わる。
Back up, man.
お前の左腕に宿った霊樹を消去するだけだ。
It'll be over quickly. I am simply removing the command spells on your hand.
マスターをマスターたらしめている要因は2つある。
There are two factors that make a
一
master.
つはサーバントとの契約であり、一つは腕に宿った霊樹だ。
One is the contract formed with a servant. The other is the command spell on your
この
hand.
2つを失えば、お前は聖杯戦争から解放される。
By losing both, you will be freed from the Holy Grail War. The priest takes my left arm.
痛むぞ。できるだけ力を抜け。
This will hurt. Try to relax. His fingers plunge into my arm. 5 fingers dig mercilessly inside my arm. My entire body jerks from the pain. I hear the sound of tearing flesh. Okay. This was not my mind playing tricks. Even if it was some sort of illusion, I can feel my arm being torn apart. My arm is unscathed, though. But somehow the priest's fingers are digging and tearing into my arm. It's as if his fingers became intangible and moved through my flesh.
完了だ。手術は無事終了した。
It is complete. The operation is successful. Huh? I look at my left arm. There's not a single wound, yet I feel a bruising pain throbbing along the whole arm. In exchange for that unpleasant feeling, the inscription on my hand changed shape. Hold on. How do I do it? It's this. I will take a picture of this. Whoopsie, wrong button. What is the screenshot button? Is it this button? Oh, there we go. Okay.
形が変わってる。いや、数が減ってるのか。
It changed shape. Or there are fewer strokes?
ええ。霊樹の数は3つ。綺麗はそのうち2つをあなたから摘出したのよ。体を傷つけずに幹部を取り除く霊媒師みたいにね。
Fury took 2 of these strokes from you. Think of him as a spiritual doctor performing a kind of spiritual surgery, removing a lesion without hurting your physical body.
霊媒 医師
Spiritual doctor? If I remember correctly, there's specialized mages who can treat someone by repairing the spiritual body. And I hear they perform magecraft using a type of curse by removing tumors without cutting the patient up, like magic.
驚いたな。霊媒治療ってのは未開の地で使われる下法だろう。教会の人間が身につけていいものじゃない。
That's a surprise. Spiritual treatments are illegal and only used in uncivilized parts of the world. A man of the church shouldn't be practicing something like that.
そういうな。何らかの魔術を得得している時点で神父としては失格なのだ。
That was uncalled for. I was unfit to be a priest the moment I acquired the ability to perform
ならば
magecraft.
どのような魔術を好もうと神父失格であることは変わるまい。
As such, the
魔術の
curse
起
of
戦など気にす
magecraft
るな。
hardly mattered. Given that having the choice at all is what made me unfit to be a priest, it matters not whether I perform expert or basic magecraft.
今のは私の唯一の取り柄でな。いろいろと魔術を習ったが性に合ったのはこれだけだった。
This is the one and only thing I'm good at. I've trained in many types of magecraft, but this is the only one that
私
stuck.
の魔術特性は良くも悪くも傷を開くことに特化している。おかげで他の魔術の腕はそこの弟子にさえ遅れを取る始末だよ。
My magecraft specializes in opening wounds, which may be interpreted as both good and bad. I do have to admit that I am inferior to my pupil over there, and all other disciples of magecraft thanks to that. Do we know about this? Do we know what Yuri's specialization was?
良く
In
も
the
悪く
anime?
もっていいに決まってるじゃない。
Good or bad? Of course it's
綺
good.
麗ほどの霊媒師は教会にも少ないし、教会の秘跡使いだってあなたほど霊体を作れる人はごく一部なんだから。
There aren't many spiritual doctors as skilled as you in the association. There are only a handful who can skillfully mend spirits and handle sacraments as well as you in the church.
さてな、いかに優れた治療法といえ、霊媒は肉体に依存する接触治療に過ぎない。
Who knows? This may be superior treatment of method, but the fact of the matter is that it still relies on physical
肉
contact with the
体に依
body.
存しない存在証明である。魂そのものに触れられる奇跡には程遠いが。
It is far from the miracle of touching the soul itself, which is proof of one's existence independent of the flesh.
ともかく、霊樹の摘出は完了した。
But there's still one left. Either way, the extraction of the command spells is
後の
complete.
始末は君の役割だ、エミやシロ。最後に残った霊樹を用い、サーバントとの契約を断つがいい。
You must use your final command spell to sever your contract with your servant.
サーバントとの契約を断つ。
What? Sever my contract with my servant?
ええ、外で待ってるセーバーの前で契約破棄を申し出るの。けどきっとセーバーは契約破棄なんて認めてくれない。それを力ずくで執行するために霊樹を一つだけ残したのよ、キレイは。
That's right. You need to request to dissolve your contract with Saber, who's waiting outside. Saber will likely refuse, which is why Kirei left you a command spell to force her to agree.
そういうことだ。霊樹を使い切り、かつサーバントとの契約を断って、自分が無害であることを他のマスターに提示する。
There you have it. You will use a command spell and sever your contract with the servant, ultimately declaring to the other masters that you are harmless.
それで君は晴れて自由の身だ。
When did the music change?
正常なマスターならば、
It was like the
無
creepy
力化したマ
Kirei
スタ
music,
ーを
and
襲
now
おう
it's
とは考え
this
ない。
music. Did it play after Kirei extracted the command spells? At that point, you will be free. No sensible master would bother attacking a powerless master at that
君は
point.
偶然手に入れた力を手放すことで、素晴らしい平穏を取り戻せる
I
と
got
いう
tired
わ
and
け。
stuff playing the piano. By relinquishing this power you never expected to gain, you will reclaim your wonderful, peaceful life. Unilaterally dissolving my contract with Saber, and basically betraying her. Even if it was by chance, I summoned her and she protected me. Did I make a mistake? I can't agree to let myself be part of something where masters try to kill each other. I don't agree, but what if I can't turn a blind eye to it either?
何をしている？ 0時の発動に呪文
If
は
this
いら
gets
ん。
weird, I'm going back
0時
and
に
saying
意
I want
識
to
を乗
fight.
せてサーバントに命令す
I
れば
can
いい
turn
だ
back
け
the decision. I can turn back this decision. I want to go back if this gets weird. What are you doing? You have no incantation to activate the command spell. You simply have to focus your thoughts on the command spell and order your servant.
セイバーに直接言いつけるか、ここで一方的に契約を立つか、好きな方を選べ。
Don't do it without telling her. That's so messed up. At least, or to her face. You either tell Saber directly, or you can simply cut your contract right here. It's your choice. No, my mind is made up. I can't turn back now, and the priest probably won't
セ
let
イ
me.
バーと話をつけてくる。それで俺はマスターじゃなくなるんだな。
I'll go talk to Saber. I won't be a master anymore after this, right?
セイバーに直接ってヘミヤ君、それは
Directly to Saber? Emiya, that's...
ああ、保証しよう。オノがサーバントに別れを告げてくるがいい。その後君を保護対象として教会に迎え入れよう。
Yes, I guarantee it. Go and say goodbye to your servant. Afterward, I will welcome you into the church for protection. I'm not sure how serious he is, but the priest says he'll welcome me. The priest says he'll welcome me. I have no intention of being under his care, though. All I'm going to do is forfeit my claim as a master. I absolutely refuse to receive any help from him after that.
それもお断りだ。あんたの世話にはならない。セイバーと話をつけて、0時を使い切ったら家に帰る。
I refuse. I don't want your protection. After I talk to Saber and use my last command spell, I'm going home.
それで終わりだ。あんたとは二度と会わない。
That'll be it. I'll never see you again. Bye, Kirei.
So-
Never want to see you again.
なるほど。
Oh my
それは
gosh.
そうだろうな。確かに私たちは二度とは会わない。
Very well. Yes. We will certainly never see one another again.
さようなら、エミヤシロ。自ら選んだ道だ。胸を張って進みたまえ。
Goodbye, Shiro Emiya. This is the path you choose, so take pride in it. He doesn't need to tell me that. I turn and leave the church. Bye. Bye. Bye, Kirei. See you in January. I step outside the church. She's there, waiting in the stone-paved square beneath the clear sky.
話は済みましたか、マ
It's
スタ
gonna
ー。
be like she's too pretty. I can't. You finished your conversation, Master?
聖杯戦争がどんなものか確かめてきた。
Yes, I learned what the Holy Grail was all
その
about.
上で決めたんだ。セイバー。俺はマスターを降りる。
And with that in mind, I've made my decision. Saber, I'm going to resign as a master. Saber's expression doesn't change. Those green eyes regard me knowingly, as if my decision was the most natural thing in the
それ
world.
は私との契約を取りやめるということですか。
Does this mean you'll be nullifying your contract with
そう
me?
だ。俺にはマスターは務まらない。それにセイバーだって俺みたいな半人前よりまっとうなマスターと契約した方がいいだろう。
Yeah, I'm not fit to be a master. You'd be better off You'd be better off forming a contract with a more capable master than sticking around with a fledgling like me.
戦闘面での充実を図るのならあなた以外の魔術師と契約するべきでしょう。アーチャーのマスターなら私の能力を完全に引き出せる。
Yes, if I seek to improve my chances, I should form a contract with another mage. Archer's master should be able to draw out my full potential.
ならここで契約を切ってもいいな。
Yeah. Then you agree to sever our contract?
レイジは契約解除に使うからそれでセイバーは自由だ。
I'm going to use my command spell to dissolve the contract. And you will be free, Saber.
シロ、一度だけ聞きます。
Shiro, I will only ask you once. I will ask you only
マ
once.
スターを降りるという意思は変わりませんか。
Is your mind made up about abandoning your role as a
変わら
master?
ない。俺は殺し合いをする気はない。
Yeah, I have no intention of killing anyone. I say that as I look straight at Saber. At that moment, Saber's raincoat sways.
Oh.
Oh. I stare dumbfoundedly directly into death itself. Eh? In the brief moment I blink, Saber has closed the distance between us. Eh? She attacked us? She sweeps my leg from beneath me. I slam hard into the ground. Pain spikes through my leg after a brief delay. There's no blood, my legs are intact. It's a relief I still have legs. Thankfully, she only struck my legs with a metal rod. My bones are cracked, and my leg hurts like it's been shattered into 1,000 pieces. But it's better than having both my legs cut off. What? Why is that Shiro's first thought? Why is Shiro's first thought my leg hurts, but it's better than having both of them cut off? Why is that your first thought?
シロ、マスターで亡くなった魔術師はそのサーバントに殺される。いかに未熟だろうと、私を呼び寄せたあなたには私をこの世に留める力がある。
Shiro, a mage who's no longer a master will die at their servant's hands. No matter how inexperienced you are, you summoned me, and you have the power to keep me in this world.
サーバントにはマスターが必要だ。
A servant requires a master.
あなたが契約を断つのなら、私はあなたを殺してその体をもらい受ける。
If you sever the contract, I will kill you and take your body, your magical circuits.
それでもあなたはマスターを降りると。
You sever the contract, I will kill you. Do you still want to relinquish your role as a master? I try to ignore the pain and focus on my concentration into looking up at Saber. I sense no hostility or murderous intent from Saber. As natural as breathing, Saber will kill me without remorse or regret, simply to remain in the world. Even so...
仮に今から考えを改めたところで、俺にはできない。霊樹が残り一つだからじゃない。
14 bad ends in this game? Am I on the route to one of them? I feel like I am. That's right, even if I change my mind now, I wouldn't do it. And it's not just because I only have one command spell left.
戦いを拒絶した。一度でもマスターであることを否定したんだ。そんな奴をマスターにしたところで、待っているのは敗北だけだ。
I want nothing to do with this war. I disavow my position as a master. Having a master like me will only end in your defeat. I was defeated. I refused to fight once, so I'll certainly do the same the second time. Every time I find myself in that position, I'll regret fighting. Me being a master would put not only me, but also Saber in jeopardy.
ここで私に殺されても構わないのですね。
What? Then you have no objection to me killing you
私は
here.
霊体にはなれない。あなたの魂を取り込めない以上、あなたは肉体の痛みを持って死を迎える。
I cannot become a
それをみ
spirit.
すみす受け入れると。
As I cannot take in your spirit, yours will be a painful death. Are you willing to accept that?
まさか戦うのはごめんだが、殺されるのはもっとごめんだ。ダメだよ妹。最後まで抵抗して逃げ切ってやる。
I'm not willing to fight, but I'm even less willing to just be killed. I'm going to resist. I'm going to try to flee no matter how futile it may be. I psych myself up and glare back at Saber, refusing to let her overwhelm me. And
そうい
then,
えば
Saber?
いいでしょう。霊樹を使いなさい、シロ。あなたの決断だ。私が口を挟む権利はない。
Oh, total pacifist and get run over by everyone. Very well. Use your command spell. It is your decision. I have no right to intervene.
気にすることはありません。私は今回のマスターとも信頼を築けなかっただけだ。あなたが霊樹で契約を立てば私は自由になる。この体を保てるのは2時間程度でしょうが、その間に新しいマスターを見つけるだけです。
Do not worry. I simply failed to build sufficient trust with my master this time. If you sever our contract using your command spell, I will be free. This body will only last roughly 2 hours, but it's simply a matter of finding a new master in that time. Saber lays this all out matter-of-factly, inspired by her resolve. I concentrate my thoughts on the command spell on my left hand to break my contract with Saber.
これであな
Fury
たは
joins
自
the
由
chat. Would you like to be my servant?
わずかな間の共闘でしたがあなたの魔力は好ましかった
Now you'll be free. Our alliance is brief, but your magical energy was pleasant to me.
再び会うことはないでしょうが無事この戦いを切り抜けられるよう祈りましょう
I shall never see you again, but I pray you survive this battle. The silver armor moves away. I realize I have the urge to call out to her, but I smother it before I embarrass myself. I have no right to call out to her. She didn't blame me for my arbitrary severing of her contract, but was concerned for my safety until the very end. And since I pushed her hand away and stepped down from the Holy Grail War, I'm in no position to call out to her. He's just walking home alone. Oh yeah, he did say, he's like, I'm gonna sever the contract and then go home. The moonlit night is silent. It may be past midnight, but the town seems excessively silent. It's eerie, honestly. Eerie. Yes, that does seem to describe the mood. When did the town
いつ
turn
から
out
こ
like
んな
this?
様子になっちまったのかな
It's obvious. The Holy Grail War. 6 mages in this town engaging in secret battles are the ones sucking the life from the town. My chest hurt. My chest where Lancer stabbed me hours ago aches.
今さら教会に戻って何になる
I should get home. Nothing good would come of me going back to the church now. I try to fight down the pain in my chest as I walk home. Think about what I should do once I get home. Once I get home, I'll take a bath and clear my head. Yes, it'll help me calm down. And yet, I'll think about what I should do once I get home. That thought itself was a mistake. Like a bad dream, I see that there is no path
なん
ahead.
だ一人になっちゃったんだねお兄ちゃん
Aw, so you're all alone now, brother. I raise my head toward the sound of the girl speaking in a hushed voice. Waiting for spirit number 2. You mean like a cleaver? Because Illy is here. The blue moon hangs overhead. Oh, that was a quick flash. Standing at the top of the hill that leads back to my house, I see a girl and a strange figure. Ooh. And then, I'm not sure. There was no time to see them, no moment to exchange words, or even a chance for me to run away. That figure, a dark giant, swings his weapon. A blow creates such overpowering pressure that it takes... I think he should have taken Kiri's offer of protection. It flies off. What flies? From the base? The hill behind me is stained red, wet as if a rainstorm just passed by. But the torn part of my body remains pink. Blood slowly oozes out. Agony and terror creep
ま
over me.
さか追いかけっこの気分じゃないからぺしゃんこにしてあげなさい
Berserker, I don't feel like playing, so just squish him. I tumble. I kneel forward, but my knees are bent in the wrong direction. Ah, that sounds terrible! Ah! They're bent forward. My legs are bent at right angles where my knees used to be. My mind can't keep up. My mind-searing agony makes it impossible to keep up with what's happening. Berserker? I'm sure I heard that, which means the monster in front of me.
行儀いいんだねお兄ちゃん知ってるよそれって解釈って言うんでしょおじいさまは言ってたわ日本人はお行儀よく正座して死ぬ人たちなんだって
You think we're alive? For now. Yeah, really good manners, brother. I know what you're doing. You're sitting in a Kishaku style, an assisted suicide position. My father said Japanese people are well-behaved people who always sit up straight when they wait to be killed. My consciousness begins to fade. The girl's innocent voice seems out of place in this situation. I look up. I can't breathe. Part of my chest is simply missing, leaving a gaping hole right through me. I fell backward onto the ground. Both my legs are folded like caterpillar treads. They're broken and won't move. I use my one working arm to grasp at asphalt and drag myself away.
あ、まだ動けるんだ。けど残念ね。あなたはもう逃げられない。逃げたところで意味なんてないわ。
Oh, you can still move. What a shame. You can't run away now. Even if you manage to escape is
だって
pointless.
ここで私から逃げられたとしても、その体はあと数秒で死んじゃうもの。
Even if you manage to get away from me, you'll be dead in a few seconds. My body feels light. I've lost over half my blood. It's astonishing that I'm still conscious. My brave is starved for oxygen and it should have stopped functioning long ago.
けど安心して。そんな簡単に死なれたらつまらないでしょ。だから私がちょっとだけ手を貸してあげました。
But don't worry, it'd be no fun if you died that easily, so I'm gonna give you a little hand.
お兄ちゃんはどんなに痛くても壊れても頭を潰すまでは意識がちゃんと残ってるの。
No matter how broken and in pain you are, you're going to stay conscious until we pushed your head.
だからこんなことをしてもまだ生き物としてのたうち回れるわ。
That's why you're going to keep on writhing, like a little bug. The text is red. Text is red. Why is the text red? I feel myself being crushed. Whatever that weapon is, it crushes me like a hydraulic press. It flans my entire body like a sheet of paper. I think we're dead. I can't die. The only blood I have left is in my head. My body has ceased to function and the nerves have already accepted death, waiting to be relieved from the pain. And yet I somehow still cling to consciousness. My throat whistles. The sound echoes in my head. My mind is a muddled mess. I just want to escape this pain.
俺はもうマスターじゃない。
I not master anymore. I appeal to the girl as if begging for help. With the same hidden dialogue. A moment of hope. The girl gasps as if surprised.
ええ。だから何？
So... What's with this music? She smiles like an angel as she says that. All rationality abandons me. I'm not going to get away from this. I feel then down to my soul that I'm going to die here.
私でも抱き上げられるくらいになったかな。
What kind of bending is this? Or route is this? Maybe you're small enough that I can pick you up now.
それじゃあお兄ちゃん、私のお城に招待してあげる。
Then I'll invite you to my
お城
castle.
に帰ればいっぱい道具があるから、そこでゆっくりと続きをしよう。
I have lots and lots of tools in my castle, so we can take our time and continue this there. No matter how much I'm hurt, my consciousness won't die. And because it doesn't die, I numb my psyche. I don't know how much longer my head is going to remain intact, but I've already lost all hope. Okay. Gotta be careful about the taiga section. Hold on a second, you guys. I believe part of the guidelines was I'm not allowed to show this, I think. So I might have to blank this out. Give me just a second. I don't want to break any streaming guidelines. See, following is prohibited. See. Nope, it looks like I'm good. I can show this. Okay. I am fine. I just want to be careful, you guys, just in case. Because I did read something about this. Tiger Jodo is a light-hearted hint segment. Players who want to complete the game of their own or avoid out of character should proceed with caution. Yes? Hello, is everyone doing good?
1日1時間サクッと死亡した君に体罰直撃悩みを即時解決するお助けコーナータイガー道場です
Good players should only play an hour of games per day. Anyway, this is Tiger Dojo, your helpful segment that deals punishing blows to those who died pathetically, while also solving all your problems just like
さ
that.
て早速だが本編の雰囲気ぶち壊しのこのコーナーの趣旨を問いたいと思う
Anyway, this whole segment does seem to do a completely 180 from the rest of the game. So what's the point?
答えよ弟子1号
Answer, disciple number 1.
この道場はニブチンでバカチーなシロを救う舞台裏で言うなればフェイトを支える大黒柱であります
Yes, ma'am. This dojo is a behind-the-scenes segment to help out that dimwit Shiro. That means this is a pillar that supports
い
fate.
わばフェイト本編そのものと言っても過言ではないのではないでしょうか
It may be no exaggeration that this is the main story of fate.
ベラボーおーベラボー
Marvelous! Bravo! Avocado!
はいよくできましたみんなもうすうす感づいてると思うけどこの道場こそがフェイトの肝なのよ
Very good. Anyway, you may have realized this by now, but this dojo itself is fate's very core.
みんな本編で大きな顔してる偽ヒロインたちに騙されないよう少しでも危なげな選択肢が出てきたら迷わずそっちを選んでね
Don't you get tricked by those fake heroines acting all high and mighty in the main story. And if you see any choice that seems even a little suspicious, don't hesitate to choose that one.
さて今回のシローは
Anyway, this time Shiro...
ちゃぺっちゃんこで小さくなっちゃったか
Oh man, he got squished real good.
こんなことするのはよっぽど残酷な人でなしなんだろうなそこんとこどうなのよ弟子
Who does that kind of thing? Must be a real jerk. What do you think about that, my disciple?
問題ありませんこれは愛情の裏返しによるキュートでポップなジェノサイドなのだ
I heard a word that isn't here. I don't see a problem. It's clearly a cute, hip way for someone to express a twisted kind of love.
不許可
Wrong!
いててて間違えましたこれは札つながらないお兄ちゃんがあるヒロインのご機嫌を損ねちゃった結末です
You heard it too. Ouch! My mistake. Anyway, this time around, the hope of Shiro met his end because he ticked off a certain heroine.
その通りいわば指導不覚悟背中を見せたら切腹よ
Exactly. He shamelessly broke the honorable samurai spirit by showing his back to the enemy. He committed a literal seppuku, a suicide by disembowelment.
今後 このような後ろ向きな選択はじゃんじゃん選びなさい。
死ねるから。
So from now on, make sure you choose lots of cowardly choices. You'll have no trouble dying again.
でもまあここは名目上 Q&A コーナーなので一応悩みに答えておきましょう。
But you know, this is a Q&A segment by name, so I suppose I need to listen to your
弟
problem.
子1号、今回の対策は？
Disciple number 1, what is the appropriate countermeasure for this?
選択肢に戻って違う方を選べばいいのであります。
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. You need to go back onto the branching choices and choose the other one.
はい、よくできました。
Yep, very good.
今回のような突発詞は至る所に仕掛けられてるから選択肢でのセーブは基本よ。
Unexpected deaths like this happen all the time, so saving right before you make the selection would be the standard practice.
それじゃあ今回はここまで。次の稽古で君を待つ。
That's it for this time. I'll see you at the next practice.
またね。
Yeah, see ya! Yes. I'm gonna just save again. Wait, how do I go back? I save. I think we're gonna call it here for today. I thought it was a fake decision, but it actually led us to like a bad end. Which I heard what was it during like one of the panels with the voice actresses, they talked about how this game has like 14 bad ends. So yeah, we got one of them. Oh wait, we can look at the flowchart now. Yay! I mean no, is it a yay or no that Chiro got killed? You remember this from Carnival of Phantasm when they introduced Nero? Ooh, this is holy cow. Interesting. This is interesting. Well, definitely yay that Shiro got killed. Oh. Well, we'll have some more dialogue next time. At least we got over the exposition from both Kirei and Rin. So next time we'll be starting off by saying we will fight. Which I don't know when that will be. Tomorrow I plan on doing some gacha. I don't know if I'll be streaming it yet, because I'm still like iffy if I want to max the N stars unit that I had my eyes on. But yeah, gacha tomorrow, either video or stream. And then I guess we'll figure out what we're gonna do next week. And stuff. But yeah, we got Shiro killed! Yay? Nay? I don't know. But if you guys are pulling on any of the FGO banners, I wish you guys the best of luck. We're getting some stuff for Lost Belt. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!